And two, one, two. Schönen guten Nachmittag. Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us here. My name is Peter Bruck. I'm the head of the International Center of New Media here in Salzburg. This is what I do with my heart. With my brain, I'm the CEO and chief researcher of Research Studios Austria Forschungsgesellschaft. We bring innovations from universities into markets. And with my feet, I'm a startup entrepreneur, and I'm running to make a startup company called Knowledge Fox a global success. We started 3 years ago, and we just did a merger and acquisition process and got a big investment from the 5th largest media group in Europe, Bonnier from Sweden. And I just love working with young people and getting things started. That's the reason why I'm so happy that you are joining here, and I want to thank specifically the Startup Center at the Fachhochschule here and Natascha Deitinger for the good collaboration. Let's give her a hand, please. It's also a privilege to be in this wonderful large room here at the Salzburger Nachrichten, an up-and-coming regional publishing group, maybe going digital, thanks to you. And I want to thank also Thomas Ritter, who is standing up there. Thomas, where are you? Thomas is standing somewhere upstairs. So let's give him a hand so that he hears us at least. And I see also that the managing director of the Fachhochschule is here, and I want to say thank you very much, Mr. Ribic, that you join us here. It's lovely of you. Thank you. Now, I have a question for you. This whole thing is happening within the context of EIA. What does EIA stand for? Does anybody of you know what it stands for? What? What does it stand for? Yeah, European Youth Award. But you could also play with it and say, okay, these engaged young applications. Would that not be a good thing? Engaged young applications? Okay, let's do that. Playing on words, what does KOLB stand for? Birgit, yes, Gabriele knows this, but anybody knows what KOLB can stand for? How about doing something like knowledgeable, organized with love, best practice? Is that good? So let's give Birgit a hand. Come here, Birgit. Knowledgeable, organized with love, best practice. Is that good, Kolb?
Yes, thank you very much.
How was the last, or how were the last 2.5 days?
They were super, but as you know, I don't have any voice anymore, so that's pretty nasty.
I love that because it gives me more chance to talk.
That's super. No, it were amazing 2 days with 90 people, fully engaged, working, super enthusiastic, working in interdisciplinary groups, getting 14 applications done. And yeah, it was a joy to work with them.
Okay, thank you very much, Birgit. You were supported by some local coaches. Can we have the slide for the local coaches? Who is switching this? Do I switch this, Birgit, or does anybody else switch this? I can switch as well. I'm multifunctional, multitasking. Okay, here we are. So we are going here. I want to thank everybody who is part of that group. As I see here Brigitte Jelinek. Thank you very much, Brigitte, for doing this. I can see Whom else do I see here? Anybody of the other coaches here? Maybe not. Brigitte, you will tell the other coaches, okay? Who? Where's the Frau Rossmann? Thank you very much. Katrin Rossmann, thank you. Good. So, and then we had international coaches. I think that was quite impressive. International coaches from Singapore, Italy, Bulgaria, Switzerland, the US, Tunisia, and moreover from other different kind of countries. So the idea of the European Youth Award is to take local initiatives to the European level on a global quality scale. And we also thank the pitching coaches, because anything which we will do today, it depends on Petra Meyer having done a good job. Petra, thank you. You have the biggest challenge, because if people don't perform, everybody will look at you. Okay? What is the task of today? The task of this evening is to do those pitches and to go for who is the best. And as we know, there are a number of prizes. There are 3 winners, which we will be looking for from 14 projects. There will be 14 pitches and 14 projects. So then the prizes are to have more input in terms of knowledge, more input in terms of skills. And the 3 people who will be doing this are absolutely fantastic persons. First of all is the guy who has his heart in GovFaces. So GovFaces is a young startup initiative to democratize participation in local elections. They have done this on the European level, but also in Newport in England and in Geneva. And Tudor Mihalescu is the person who is doing this. Forbes has recognized him as one of the leaders, young leaders in Europe. Then we have from Los Angeles, Kinga Smith. She is in love with the European Youth Award. She wanted to come to Graz, but was held up by some planes last year. But she is very much involved in the network, in the global network of the European Youth Award. And then we have also Zikri Kohil, who is part and working with Red Bull, and who is also a very, very good coach. So these are the 3 people who will take the 3 winners to the next stage. The question which will be asked of the people who pitch is, what is your project? How do you, what is your idea? What is the content? How did you implement it? How far did you get in the prototype? And the judges will look at 3 things: P for pitch, P for project and prototype, and P for plan, which means how far will this project go in terms of sustainability? Does it really have a future? So P for pitch, that is your delivery, how you are presenting it. Secondly is, what is it what you're proposing in terms of a project, and does it have a future? Do you have a plan of where to take it? The people who will look at this are people who will judge you after 3 minutes of a pitch, and who will ask you for 2 or 3 minutes some questions. So this is the way in which we proceed. Do you have any questions regarding how I have explained this, or how we will proceed? Or is this all helpful and clear? I will call up the 14 projects according to who wants to volunteer first. When you come onto the stage, the project presentation will be ready for you. Then you do 3 minutes of presentation. I will give you the microphone, or you use this microphone there. Then I will discuss and ask the judges to ask you some questions. Then you will have your photo and your certificate of recognition for taking part in this social hackathon. And then you will be walking down this from the stage, and then the next one will walk up right after. Okay? So this is the way we will do. And now I want to introduce to you the expert jury. And the first person I want to ask is Gabriela. Do you want to say 4 sentences about what makes you tick?
So what makes me tick is primarily my family.
You want to turn around and speak? Yeah.
I suppose I have to vorstellen myself.
Yes.
I'm a talent manager at TCI Consult, a Vienna-based consulting company. We do business intelligence and data warehousing consulting on on large enterprises, and we work vendor independent. And my main challenge is to find out the talents that will provide the knowledge and motivation to bring those large enterprises into digital future.
That's a wonderful job. Yeah. Thank you for coming from
I
Vienna.
Hope this was 4 sentences.
It was 7 sentences.
Sorry.
Thank you for coming from Vienna.
Thank you for being here.
Next to you is sitting Paul. Paul, do you want to say a couple of words about yourself? And what makes you tick?
Tick-tack. Good evening, everybody. My name is Paul. I live in Salzburg with my family, and I work for ESPAS, the youth card from Salzburg. And my home is a big organization which is called Akzente Salzburg, and we provide information for young people and for educators and teachers. It's about drug prevention, about sexuality, about sports, making theater, traveling, going abroad. So there are many, many things, and we are
These were 11 sentences.
Team. That was my last sentence. 12. But I have to say, 13. I'm very glad to enjoy and to appreciate what you present to us.
Thank you. Paul Frey. Next person is a person of unrivaled experience and savviness. Hans.
Yes. Thank you for all. You're coming to this nice place now, and this place for future ideas and the future experience. So my job is, in 2 sessions here, I'm entrepreneur in the development business from hotels, clinics around the world. I developed hotels at 70, I think so, from Irkutsk in Russia to Africa. And is my special heart to invest my heart in the future is to give startups the background from the senior side in my experience, and I'm also a partner of some startups that we can discuss today, maybe a little bit later. When
this was 17 now. Sentences?
Yes. So I'm very, very glad to be here today, and I'm hopefully we start in the future now with new ideas for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Hans-Harald. Now, let's see if Philipp Sturm is able to say, what makes you tick, Philipp? 4 sentences.
I'm Philipp. I'm founder and CEO at Content Leads. We are an online content marketing company, and we see ourselves as a startup too. So I'm really excited to be here tonight, and I'm looking forward to all of your presentations.
Thank you very much, Philip. Now, Hilla Lindhuber. Hilla, please. What makes you tick?
Hello, everybody. My name is Hilla Lindhuber, and I work in the field of education at the Chamber of Labor in Salzburg. And our challenge is to improve the situation of employees and of their children. And so now I'm very interested, and I'm looking forward to your presentations.
Thank you very much, Hilla, for joining us here. Now, if the microphone goes all the way to the end here, then we can hear Simon Kranzer.
Yeah, what makes me tick? Software, data, tonight, and being curious.
Thank you. Bravo. Alexander.
Hi, good evening. My name is Alexander Walteskirchen. I'm the CEO of Pixel Art. I'm also an entrepreneur and designer. And what makes me tick? You make me tick. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you also for your sponsorship of this event. That is very generous of you. Thank you very much. And
yeah, my name
Michael
is
John.
Sorry, my name is Michael. I'm CEO and founder of Loop. It's a digital agency in Salzburg with 110 great people that are working for global clients in all kind of digital fields, starting from strategy, web development, lots of content production. So we help basically brands to get their step into the digital era if they didn't do so now. And yeah, happy to be here and see what you've been coming up with.
Thank you. And also, Michael, thank you for your sponsorship of this event as well and of Loop. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Good. Are you all ready for the presentations? Yeah? Yeah? Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so this is the place to start from. Who wants to go first? 14, 1, okay. This was the quickest one. What is your project? Yeah? Okay, Culture Connect. Okay. You have 3 minutes. This person in the back is irritating me because he thinks that I should give her the microphone while she tells me that I should not give her the microphone, while he waves to me that I should give her the microphone, and I see that she doesn't want the microphone. And what do? I follow her. Please. You want her to give her, you want the microphone? Yes.
I have to.
Thank you.
I am Leila. I am from Greece. And I'm here since October. And I feel very lonely.
But hey, Leila, you are not alone. Every 5th person in Austria has migrational background.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Migrational background. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Migrational background. So let me show you and you an app which helps you to connect to locals. Culture Connect.
Wow. What's Culture Connect?
Culture Connect helps incomings to integrate into local society. When you first open the app,
Yeah.
you see an activity screen which shows activities which were created by so-called certified mentors.
Oh, wow. They look really friendly.
Yeah, they do. So tell me, what's one of your favorite hobbies?
My favorite? I love playing volleyball.
Oh, in fact, we currently have an event which is sponsored by which is supported by one of our local sponsors, who provides free drinks for all participants.
So it means I can drink whatever I want?
Yeah, you can be a part of it by just clicking on the marker of the map and meet the mentor and have fun.
Wow, sounds great.
Yeah, it does. And in addition to that, you can take pictures and share your moments within Culture Connect in our stories timeline.
So it means I can make pictures? Wow, I love taking pictures.
That's very nice. So now it's up
to you.
To you. Connect cultures with Culture Connect.
Yes, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Vielen Dank für den Applaus.
Can we have all the team on the stage? Yes. And who of the jurors want to ask a question, make a comment, or say something about this? Yes, Gabriele, please.
Well, I think it's an outstanding idea, and I think policymakers should maybe copy this or invite you for present your idea. But my question is, I mean, any social media could do the same, right? Or is there, what's the main difference between connecting via Facebook or?
Yeah, the main problem is that Facebook is a global organization, I think, and we want to concentrate on local areas, because, for example, the border at Germany and Austria, many people just stay here, and we could help them to connect to local people. That's our idea of this.
Okay. Second question from a second juror. Comments, thoughts? Alexander, you have a question. I can see it from your eyes.
You're absolutely right. Thank you very much. I really liked your pitch.
Thanks.
The idea. And what would interest me is, do you have any plan? You know, what budget will you need for your idea?
Actually, we didn't make a business plan for.
We did make a
okay.
business plan. Yes, we did.
Very good.
Indeed. Our business plan is we start with our group and the mentors. It begins with the mentors, because the mentors are making the activities or offering the activities. And the mentors are people like us, people who want to help people from other countries with incomers. And our plan is that it's come to a Selbstläufer. I don't know it in English.
Self-organized.
Self-organized, yes.
Self-running application. Self-financing application.
Self-financing, yes.
Self-profitable financing application.
Okay. Yes, yes, we start regional, and then we can get some companies who support us, and then they have a win situation, and we too, and then it's win-win.
Good. A last question from Paul, and then we are done. And I asked to Birgit to come up.
Excuse me, may I say something additional to the question? Because like half of our group is active in the social field. So there are a few teachers and social workers in our group. And our idea is to get a few mentors from our contacts. So there are people who are willing to help others. And of course, we're trying to get supporters too. And that's the crucial point of our app, because we're trying to get enterprises who should support us as well. Like they can offer vouchers or discounts on their services and products.
What would you, if someone would like to become a mentor, what would you tell him to make him become a mentor? What's his motivation to do it?
I think the key issue is to help other people, to be willing to get in touch with different cultures. That's the reason why our app is called Culture Connect, because it is here for getting in touch with different cultures.
Okay, we'll cut this short because otherwise the other people will not have enough time. I ask Birgit to come up with the certificate. I ask Katrin to go and make the picture from the back here because otherwise you don't have it. Birgit, you have to get up there so that we can get the picture done. Who wants to be the next group? Here, there is, what is this group? What is your project? Aha, that is very good. Game more Aussie. So you go up there, Birgit, you go up there and stand here, and you move together. Here is the last picture, and you start, please, with finding out the presentation. Okay? Good. Applause, please, for Culture Connect. Thank you. So, next project is Game More Aussie. Okay. Who is going to present the project? Can I give you a microphone? Do you need 2 microphones or 1?
To a second one, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
No.
go.
So, hello, my name is Vanessa, this is Herwig, and this is our team. And Game More Aussie is a game against video game addiction. Video game addiction is a serious problem. Affected persons tend to isolate themselves and avoid real-world conflicts. In the worst case, they end up in institutions that specialize in treating such addictions. We asked ourselves, how can we support addiction treatment in such a controlled environment, especially for children and young people? How can we encourage them to meet with friends, to play a game of soccer, for instance, or to go for a walk? How can we encourage them to both play video games responsibly and take part in such social activities?
Exactly. And for that purpose, we created a video game app combination. In our game, the player has to buy and place different kinds of blocks in order to overcome obstacles, to solve puzzles, or to generally proceed further in the level. And the currency for those blocks are steps. Steps taken in the real world. Steps that are tracked by a mobile phone, for example, whenever the player is active outside. So if the player runs out of blocks, the game encourages the player to go out and get active. And when they come back, they can start right where they left off and transfer their earned steps into the video game so that they can buy new blocks and play more. And since the amount of blocks that can be bought or purchased per day is limited, it's not possible to play for an extended period of time.
We're very sorry, here should be a video of the game. The high aim would be that the game influences addicted people in a way that they care less and less about the game and more about social interactions. Since the young people in such environments face the same problems, a social space is created, especially because of the game. Therefore, they can discuss problems, exchange ideas, and find common interests, and maybe do some activities together.
When we developed the game app combination, we primarily had addiction institutions in mind, but we believe that our concept can also be extended, for example, to families, because then it's not the parents who tell their kids to stop playing the game, and there is no potential for conflict there. It's the game itself that encourages the kids to go out and maybe grab some ice cream or play a game of soccer, whatever. And maybe we can even inspire some other developers to follow a similar route when they develop their future projects. Thank you.
Game more Aussie. Okay, Aussie is English, Spanish, or French?
It's an Austrian word for outside.
Okay, get Aussie.
Go in the nature and be
Okay,
active.
very good. I ask one or two of you to see if you can still run the video and play with it, because I know the video is important, while I'm asking the jury to ask questions. Anybody from the jury having a question? Gabriele, please.
Can we play it already?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Let's do it.
Yeah, like I said, you have all those blocks that the player can place. Here you see you have steps earned, and you can transfer those steps from your mobile device into the game. Now that's the simulation when you're walking, and so now you're transferring the steps into the video game, and with those steps, that's the currency in the game, you can buy new blocks that you can place. All those gray blocks that are blocks that need to be placed by the player actually. So there's nothing there in the beginning, and the player has to make their way through the level.
So you have to do physical exercise in order for you to go on with the game.
Exactly,
okay?
exactly.
Good. Very therapeutic. Gabriele.
Have you been inspired by Pokemon Go?
Not really, because Pokemon Go is a game itself. So the player is constantly running around with the mobile device, and they are constantly, what's my next quest? Where can I catch the next monster? Where is a station where I can get items? So we really want to be the mobile app just to be a step counter, exactly. That the main feature is the game, but when you're outside, you're just counting your steps. You don't have any concrete goals.
And you have programmed the step counter already in the app?
Yes.
Very good. Any questions from the jury still? I know that Philip has a question.
Is it a non-profit project, or do you want to make money with it?
They want to get kids off the video games, right? That's what you want.
Yes, that's the main goal.
Okay, good. So you get money from the Archbishop?
No.
Good, very good. There's lots of gold there. Anybody else having any question? If not, then let's give a hand to Game More Aussie.
Thank you.
So, next project is, I can see two women here. What is your project? Got the job. Okay, let's have a get the job. Okay, you go to the side, please, so that we can get this done. Game Aussie gets off him. Thank you very much. Great job, and thank you for working on the video. And we are coming to the next ones, and you leave the microphone there. That's wonderful of you. And we have now get the job. Okay. Here we are. 3 minutes for the presentation. Thank you.
I remember my first job interview. It was dramatic. My heart was beating faster, my hands were sweating, and I was so nervous. Job interviews are challenging situations, especially for young people between 14 and 17 years who are taking the first steps in the workplace. In this situation, confidence comes with experience, and there is the problem. Young people do not have experience nor confidence in being interviewed. Get the Job can change this. Get the Job is an innovative training game. First, you can choose your preferred field of employment. Then you simulate the big day of your first job interview. During the whole day, you can collect points for different tasks. For example, for the appropriate outfit, for brushing your teeth, for having a shower in the morning, for your appearance, and last but not least, for the best answers in the job interview. Additional advice and information is available via the info button. Our prototype shows one scene of our game, so watch it out.
So here's Get the Job. First you choose your field of where you want to apply for. I take sales and retail. So good day, Mr. or Mrs. XY. Hi. Okay, now he's just normal. Nice to meet you. Do you want something to drink? Yes, a glass of water would be nice. Now he's happy. Look at him. Why did you apply for our company? My parents told me to. Oh no, now he's angry. Let's stop this.
Get the Job provides basic skills and easy access by schools and by Jugendcoaching. It integrates young people into the labor market. Our vision is that Get the Job can be extended for more target groups and various fields of employment. The idea is to involve Austrian ministries and also enterprises as investors. So, Get the Jobs improves your self-confidence, Get the Job reduces your fear, and Get the Job is learning through gaming.
Thank you very much. Great, Get a Job. Thank you. The jury. Has the jury questions? Michael, how did you like the user experience?
Actually impressed that you already have such a nice working prototype. Did you look if there is something like this already existing on the market, or is it really something that's like completely new?
We did some research, obviously, and we found that there's nothing in this direction that is really directly training young people how an interview could actually evolve and how your whole day is going at your application day. And the unique selling point is really that it's a game. And you know, young people don't want to read about something for an hour just so they can do this boring job interview. They want to experience and they want to learn by doing.
Hilla, would the Arbeiterkammer sponsor something like this for the 14 to 17-year-olds just because they were already onto a plan, right?
It is a really very interesting project, and I'm interested, you mentioned the Jugendcoaching. Do you have here more plans about it? How they can use it?
Yes, Jugendcoaching was the first idea because we had that idea because me and my colleague work in this field, and this is a theme that we are confronted with every day because there are many questions teenagers have, and I think it's a funny way for them to get in contact with that.
Okay. Very last short question. Hans?
If you need sponsor for your project, after a meeting we have to tell.
Thank you very much.
Hey! I hope it's more than Mozartkugeln. Thank you very much. Get the job and have the certificates from Birgit. And let's have the picture from Katrin. And I'm asking for the next team. Here we have. That was very quick. You are great. Thank you. What is your project?
It's Alien Go.
Alien Go. Okay, so very good. Who are all the people for Alien Go? Thank you very much. Get a job. And now we move on to Alien Go. ist nicht hier. Alien Go.
Ich muss ja den Beamer umschalten.
Unser Gruppenname ist drauf. Aber
wie ist der Gruppenname?
Soz to Tech.
Okay, und das Projekt heißt anders. Okay, so the group is called Soz to Tech and the project is called Alien Go. Okay?
One moment, please.
So let's start. Okay. So, are we ready? 3 minutes and from now.
Everyone is a stranger somewhere. Do you know that feeling? Have you ever experienced that before? On holiday, a business trip, as a student, in your own country? We aim to connect new and open up new social spaces for people with different social backgrounds. And Alien Go is the solution. It helps you to get in touch with different people based on their strengths and interests. The app can find local people in the surrounding of 500 meters who share the same interests. You sign up with your phone number, but I can't at the moment. I don't know. Okay, let's try. Does it work? Yeah.
Yes, we wanted to know your phone number, yes.
Yeah.
We'll call you right away.
You can fill in what you're looking for and what you can offer in the categories daily life, help in household, languages, sports and nightlife. The user also has the opportunity to suggest new categories. So just say, I can offer help with cooking, and I'm looking for help with German. Oh no. So imagine you're at an event like the Festival of Diversity in Salzburg. You're surrounded by people, but they're all strangers. How can you connect with someone? The app is looking for matches. Oh, there are a few matches. They're all anonymous without profile picture. So just say, choose cooking. What's happening now? Erfan gets a notification. Susanne gets a notification. And the app is showing them how they can find each other right now, here. And now it's your turn. Meet new people. Open up new unknown spaces for you and for others. Let's go. Get the app and Alien Go.
Thank you. I have a question. Are you going to be a teacher? Here are 2 questions.
First of all, thanks for the nice show. What would you? Why not Culture Connect? Why Alien Go?
This is not so easy to judge. I mean, You want to have instructions for the jury. Okay, what's the difference between your project and their project? Let's make it easy.
We make it possible that people meet really at the moment, at an event, or maybe also at the bus station. I wait for the bus, and I'm checking my app, and maybe I can choose just, I want to talk to someone. And next to me, there's also someone who's interested, new social contact. Also with people I'm not surrounded all the day.
Good.
And so
more cooking.
Maybe my question is mean, but we live in Austria, and there's not always Netzanbindung.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
There isn't always Netzanbindung. You don't have contact.
You are not always connected to the network.
Das Telefon hat keinen Empfang. In vielen, in Salzburg, in der Stadt, it's no problem, but in small villages.
We want to start at events and work with the organizer, and they can offer Wi-Fi.
Good answer. Very good answer. Last question? No last question? Oh yes, Alexander, please.
Is it also working inside of buildings?
Inside of buildings?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yes. Thank you, Alien Go. And why don't you go there and get your certificate so that we can make the picture? And leave the microphone here. Give me the microphone. Give me the microphone. Give me the microphone. Give me the microphone. Thank you. So, good for the picture. Who wants to go next? Here are two people. Very good. Come over here, please. Thank you very much, Alien Go. What is your project called?
Parentizer.
Parentizer. Okay, very interesting. Who is going to make the presentation and who needs the microphone? Okay, good. So it's parentizer, right? Is this what we can expect? Parent and tizer? Or is it paratizer? What is it?
Just parentizer.
Just parentizer. Okay. Let's give a hand to the technician. Stay here, stay here. What is your name? What? Oliver. Okay, we all depend on Oliver. Let's have a song. Okay, so parentizer. 3 minutes, start now.
So we all know the problem. It's hard to manage the work and family life, and many of you are elderly, and even I have my problems managing my parents. So there are already tools for connecting with each other, like Trello and Slack, but they're all focusing on one problem and not dealing with the family problem as such. So we wanted to take all the good parts of these already existing solutions and make a family-friendly app that brings the members closer together and just brings a little bit more harmony in the daily life. So we brought 3 points into our program. First of all, the chat function, the communication between the members, and then the to-do tasks, which are basically assigning tasks to different relatives of mine. And the third one is the connection between those existing tools, like your own personal calendar. I can do my tasks and update them there. So let's take a look at the first screen, and at the upper and the top we can see the to-do list, and it's my personal one. I see everything what I have to do to my dad or for my sister or so forth. Down bottom, there's an internal notes part where I can sign some notes, and this is my personal area. And whenever we take the button up at the left corner, we see the whole family united. And we can take a look at each of them. I see that I have a lot to do for Jamie. I get 3 notifications there. I have to pick it up at school, buy a guitar, and soccer training is also up. So that's a lot to do. So let's take it back, and as you already noticed, that's the connection between me and my son. And also I have the connection with the family altogether. So down at the bottom we see the family bar, and that's all connected together. I see what Aunt Betty is doing for Annie, or Uncle Tom is doing for Jamie. So it's everything summarized up. And what I didn't mention is the chat room. At the right bottom corner, we see the chat icon. And it's about planning your next dinner or easy stuff like daily use. You could use WhatsApp, but this one brings it all together and organizes your to-dos and brings them up in the calendar. So as you saw here, Uncle Tom forgot his lactose-free milk. And I could just put it into my notes and just don't forget it when I'm at the grocery shop. So we could all have a great dinner. And basically, we're working for the family. That's our main purpose in life. And it's pity when we just lose the track and forget about it. So let's shape the future of family business, and let's do it correctly. Thank you.
Thank you. Managing your family and parents with Parentizer. Does the jury have any questions to this creative team? Or are you all awestruck and want to deploy it in your own personal lives? Gabriele.
I don't have a question, but a comment. If you manage that children do their homework or anything they have to do with this application, crowdfunding will be easy because all parents will invest.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Hans was offering to invest. Gabriele is suggesting crowdfunding, and she will sponsor crowdfunding. I guess this. You want to have it for your family as well? Yes. Very good. Any juror having any critical comments? Anything which you would think that is missing? No. Okay, Gabriele is, I can tender love.
The whole family is tracked back to everything what they are doing on every day, so it's kind of a control application. I don't think everyone will like that.
Yeah, we actually had this comment before, and it was like people, like children, think they're like being watched. And the good thing about this, that there's no hierarchy. Like the grandparents are also connecting with the grandchildren, and it's all one level. So the children have the same rights as the parents. So it's like more bringing them closer together instead of like looking down to them and correcting them or something like that.
So it's a democratizer for the family as
That's
well.
right.
Thank you very much, Parentizer. Let's give them the... And I'm looking around for the next project, and I can see here somebody who is jumping up here right away. And are you the same team? Yes. So they had the distributed showing of hands. Very creative. What is the name of the project?
Home Quest.
Home Quest. Please go there and take the cable. Okay, you have 3 minutes to go and you get 2 microphones for your creative presentation. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, here they are.
Okay, welcome everybody. I need to show up your hands. Okay. How many of you have kids at home? How many? Okay, very good, very good. I see some of you are going to be interested in our app. Some of you maybe now or maybe later. We are HomeQuest, and our app uses gamification to reduce actual family conflicts. Imagine, or does any one of you have ever had a conflict with a roommate or a family member about household chores? Imagine if you could earn experience points by doing the dishes, by walking the dog, could you? Okay. When you see our elevator pitch, and after that, you're going to invest in our app. Our target audience are student housing, social facilities, and families. We help to improve social skills, family relationships, and we want to reduce, as I mentioned, the conflicts. Our goals are more harmonizing families, the sustainable living, self-sufficiency, and a better family connection.
For the initial development of the app, we estimated roughly 250,000 euros, which equals to 2,000 work hours, because we're doing apps for Android and iOS. And after we have finished the app, we are starting from 500 euros per month.
Okay, thank you. As I mentioned, you can earn rewards. And so we have to collaborate with local companies to get cheaper cinema tickets or food vouchers, or, as you see later in the app, you can create individual rewards.
Perfect. So let's take a look at a fast prototype. If you open HomeQuest, you see a dashboard with open quests, done quests, and rejected quests. Everyone has the possibility to grade quests and decide how much coins and experience points you earn. So you grade the quest, you have a new quest, and then you can decide to accept quests. For example, we can accept a new quest, and of course we want to do vacuum cleaning, so we accept it, and we've done the new quest. We click the blue box, and it's done. We earned experience points, and that's a quick prototype of our app.
Thank you. Okay, that was HomeQuest.
Yeah, thanks again for the nice show. How would you earn money? Is it per abo or sell once your app?
No, the app is free for family social facilities. We try to invest. We get investors, crowdfunding, and Förderungen. And then afterwards, if the app is running, cooperations with cinemas, local shops, and so on. So rewards are the cinema tickets, and we earn provision.
Okay, very clear idea. Maybe not sustainable, but clear. Anybody having any thoughts on this? If not, great show. Thank you so much. HomeQuest.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next? I can see somebody who wants to go next. Okay, what is your project's name?
Hashtag Vote 16.
Hashtag Vote 16. Okay, so that is very, very interesting. 1, 2, 3, go. Are you ready? Hashtag vote 16. Here we are.
Austria is one of the only countries with a voting age under 18. However, critics argue that teenagers could lack the ability and motivation to participate effectively and responsibly in elections. We disagree. We believe that it is possible to prepare young adults to participate politically in a playful way and make them fit for upcoming elections. How? By using a game, of course. We created a game where the challenge is to match terms out of the party platform with their representatives. In the prototype, the representatives of the parties are shown as aliens who change their facial expression whether the term correctly fits for the party or not. The game can be played in several levels of difficulty. The further the player gets, the trickier the term matching gets. In the future, it should be possible to play the game in classrooms all over Austria as a challenge between students. So now we want to show it to you very quickly. So here are the aliens as the representatives of the main parties in Austria, so we don't tell any names. The bee takes these terms and then it brings it to the correct party. In this case, it's correct, so the alien is very happy. Now we show you if it's not correct. So, for example, the term Heimatliebe goes to the red party. Yes, then the alien gets angry. So that doesn't fit. Good. Our aim is to encourage political awareness among young adults, and we think that this is an absolutely great idea.
Thank you very much. Very modest idea, very smart execution. The term matching from political parties to characters coming from the alien world. Does the jury have any questions? Paul and Simon.
Thank you for the beautiful presentation, and I love the aliens. What's the motivation for a pupil, for example, to play this game? Is it to look at the faces change, or is it the knowledge? What do you think is the main aspect?
It's kind of hard to say, but I think it's...
Use the microphone, please. Speak into the microphone.
Yeah. Sorry. We think it's it's just a funny game, and it's used to inform those the young people to get interested into politics.
So it's the gaming aspect. So people want to play it. Okay. Yeah. Any other?
Can I add something? Yeah, it's a fact that young people have to go to elections at the age of 16 in Austria, and I think that they are not very interested in reading through the program of the parties and what they are standing for and which party fits for their values. So we thought it's a good idea to create a game to make them more interested in the political field.
Simon?
So it's a game-based Wahlkabine, which is nice. Who brings the terms to the parties? So who connects that? Because maybe if I'm a party, I don't want to be connected with the term by you.
No, this is from the official pages of the parties, so this is not we made it up. So.
Okay, very good. So thank you very much. Hashtag vote 16. They get also certificates from Birgit. And we look for the next ones. Here, this was the first. So your project is called? Your project is called?
Grüß die Neighbor.
Grüß die Neighbor. And why does he take a milk carton with him? It's a secret. Grüß die Neighbor, okay. There are dangerous props coming onto the stage, hidden behind some of the actors. So, are we ready for a multi-character play of great dramatic impact? Grüß die Neighbor is an interesting Irish formulation of saying hello. Are you ready? You got 3 minutes from now.
Wait a minute, please.
2.5 minutes.
Stop it. Ja, wahrscheinlich. Na. Das wird groß werden. Come on. Ha? Wie? Ja, ich spiele es einfach normal. Ja, jetzt kannst du vorne. Okay. Aber jetzt ist falsch erwischt, oder? Nein, das ist nicht. Ja, fast schon, aber ich finde gerade nicht zurück auf den Mann. Da ist jetzt.
Okay, the 3 minutes are over. Goodbye, neighbor. Do you want to see still the project? Yes? Yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So let's take a second run at it. Okay, start now.
Oh no, my fridge is empty and I need some milk for my coffee. My neighbor needs some milk. No problem. Oh, thanks, neighbor.
Communication among neighbors is sometimes not easy because there are people of different ages, cultures, and personalities. The idea of our project is to get on better together.
Well, what is the goal of our project? Grüß die Neighbor is a combination, as you saw, between English, meaning international, and an Austrian greeting. That means we are open for all cultures and we want to connect people, but the special thing is that this is the area within a neighborhood. It's a completely new web app we have developed for just a small neighborhood in Salzburg, and it should improve just the communal life in an area like a really close neighborhood. Yeah, what makes a great neighborhood, Catherine?
Important are security, solidarity,
maybe close relationships and friendships,
and an easy everyday life. And how is it possible to achieve this goal?
Sometimes it's not that easy for people to connect to each other or to get in touch to each other without appropriate support. And we have analyzed this problem and found a solution. We tried to get a web app, to produce a web app to connect people and to facilitate communication in the near neighborhood. The motto for this thing should be, you get on better together. Well, what is the target group for this?
This tool is made for for people of a small neighborhood, like Freiraum Max Klan in Salzburg, and it doesn't matter whether people are young or old, disabled or not, female or male. The essential idea behind our project is neighborhood assistance. That is, young people helping older people and knowledge exchanging among neighbors. What are the contents of the website?
Well, you see the contents are a home screen. Oops. Well, we were too slow. There is a home screen where you can see news, appointments, and events. And you have further, you can choose between many items, profile of each member who lives in this settlement, a Siedler Wiki, where you can get information, frequently asked questions, and a map of the settlement, and the marketplaces. And here you can choose between I'm looking for, or I offer, or just join in. There is also the possibility to chat to each other for all users. And you can here have a look at the workflow, how the program has been built. And our vision for the future is that this web app will be soon used all over the world, and that people say bonjour neighbors, or ciao neighbors, or hola neighbors. This is our vision, and once again, the clue is you get on better together.
Thank you very much. Grüß neighbor. Any questions from the jury? Who is from Max Klein here from the jury? Okay, Simon.
Nicht wirklich, aber fast. Ja. Sehr nette Idee, wirklich. Sorry, English. Very nice idea. Thank you.
No problem.
Why should someone who is not now that kind of connective person use your app and get connective because of using an app or a website?
Well, there should be a good communication within the community, and our goal is to assist also older people to get in touch with electronic devices, with mobile devices, and that maybe children or younger people can assist them in learning that. And the other way around, young people can maybe get something from the old people, maybe they can assist them in other things for daily life. And there should be an interaction within the neighborhood, and this is it's not a monetary thing, but just sticking together. This is our goal.
Okay, thank you. Hans, you have a last question?
How is your business case in this? The business case?
We thought it would be a good idea to communicate this offer with the authorities, property authorities, and they could offer it to their clients within this settlement.
Okay.
It's important you connect your content with the number 1 from today, CC, and the number 4, Alien Go. I think that's a good project.
Thank you. Here is already the big merger investor going on, Heinz Harrer. You have to wait until everybody gets their certificate, and here comes the certificate for Christi Neighbors. Anybody wishing to go next? Yes, over there. And you will be then the next one after this, okay? Yes? Okay, good. So, thank you very much for not spilling the milk. It's great. Good dramatic point. What is the name of the project which you are going to present?
SurfMate.
SurfMate? Okay. So this is project number 9, and after that we have 4 or 5 still to go. Okay, so we are 2/3 almost through the presentations. So the project is called SurfMate. There's a lonely presenter on the stage.
There we go.
There we go. 3 minutes from now. Anna, Patrick, Daniel, and David. Please.
Hi, my name is Patrick, and this is my awesome team, Surfmate. And I'm going to tell you a little story. And I'm going to tell you a story about my civil service, where I was working with mentally and physically disabled people. And I got to introduce you to Alex. And Alex is a spastic, so it's hard for him to surf on the internet. But he's also doing it, but it's really hard for him. It's exhausting, and it's porn to failure. So our goal was to help him to overcome this exhausting task, because he also wants to check his mail, be on Facebook, and play games. But the browser does not fit his interaction. And yeah, he might get angry from time to time. And so we have developed a certain pie. On the left you can see the Alex input. He has like 2 pads under the table where he controls the mouse. And the first step is, where will my mouse go? And the second is, how far will my mouse go? And that is really prone to failure. And we want to process data, the bookmarks, in a certain way. In this case, a pie. So whenever Alex wants to check his mails quickly, read the newspaper on a daily basis, this will support him on his way and his goal to do whatever he wants on the internet. It's not finished yet, but it's already possible to import the bookmarks and dynamically add pie pieces to our graphic. And the future is looking bright. I think the browser is such a great medium with WebGL and all this kind of stuff. And I think accessibility is like falling underneath. So from a personal perspective, I would really love to see more projects like this in terms of extensions or websites. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you. Can you go back and let us see the pie? I want to see more of the pie.
Sure.
Because the pie is really interesting what you put central. It's Spotify, mail, news, and... Yeah, that's very nice of you. And Birgit will very much appreciate this. This leads to a high level of sponsorship because of being on top of everything else. Do we have from the jury any kind of comments on the social browser helping people with spastic disabilities to navigate and use the internet with the application called Surfmate?
I think it's an incredible idea, first of all. My question is, do you thought about to talk to NGOs or public organizations that they support you?
Not yet. We just discovered this idea together in the past days, but looking forward, you know, it's not too hard to develop this, and it really would help people like Alex, you know.
Gabriele, please.
Did you make a research if the spastics are your target group, or if there are more? Could you extend the task?
Of course, we could extend the task to, for example, elderly people. You know, my bookmarks are very small; they're just icons. And if I would let my grandpa, for example, surf the net, it's hard for him, you know. And we could process more that in different ways: bigger fonts, icons, because you know icons work better than text, obviously, and yeah.
Thank you very much for making a real impact on accessibility. Thank you. Here are your certificates, and now right away stay here for the picture, please. And the next project is what?
Game of Brains.
Game of Brains. That sounds quite exciting, dangerous, and helpful. Good. Project number 10, Game of Brains. A quick impression from the jury. Michael, what is your impression from the first 10 projects?
I think in overall it's quite nice that everyone seemed to have really good thoughts about the overall topic, and everyone has quite nice prototypes, so I'm impressed everyone was actually working on it. I'm impressed also with the development skills, so people showed united things and something.
Okay, so Michael John is impressed by the development skills which you show, the topics and the social commitments of the project. Are you ready for Game of Brains? Let's have the start. 3 minutes from now.
I'm here to introduce our fabulous game, Game of Brains. Our vision was to create a side-scrolling jump-and-run educational game for children that involves answering questions. In the game, questions pop up while they are playing. And the main character is, I think you figured it out, a brain. It can jump and roll, and the answer keys are random buttons. The unique feature of our game is that a teacher can construct the questions for the players, while the students simply play the game and while they learn. We believe that children more easily learn when the material is structured into the game environment. The main users would be schools or other educational institutions, because the teachers can fill in their learning materials for the questions, and it's a big variation then. In our case, the questions in the game are about gender and sexual orientation, because I want to use it in the future for school workshops, and they are about gender variations. And now we are going to see a video about the game.
If it's running. Thank you. Game of Brains. So can we have the team on the stage? I'm asking here, who of the jurors want to ask a question? Hilla, please.
It was a very interesting idea, I think, but there is one thing I did not understand. The brain is running and running and running, but when does it choose the answer?
Okay, so the film was not explicit enough in terms of that you have to get the right answer for the jump and run to continue, right?
So I think you mean when do you answer the question?
Yes.
Well, it's random, and you have to press like 1, 2, 3, or you press A, B, C, or whatever it's in whatever the question says.
So you don't have to use the cursor, but you use the keyboard.
Yep.
Right? See, I would be fit for that game. Is the game content agnostic? So you could put all kind of content in there.
Right.
Right? So that's another feature of this game. See, I could even use it as a teacher. Good. Anybody else having a question? If not, then let's have the certificates for brains, games of brains. And let's have a picture. Birgit, get in touch, put yourself in the crowd, and smile towards Katrin. The next people are just waving already very hard, and I can see them over there, and you will be the next one. Okay? So, presentation number 11. 3 to go after that. What is the name of the project?
Detective in the Dark.
Detective in the Dark. Who is going to make the presentation that gets the microphone? Anybody wishing to take the microphone? Okay, Detective in the Dark is the presentation number 11. Are you ready?
Oh, okay.
Go.
Hey there.
Birgit, where's the counter? The minute? Okay, Birgit left, so I will take the measure. Okay. Good. Go ahead.
Hi. So we've seen some awesome projects today, awesome games, awesome apps, all helping people directly solving important real-life problems. But when we think about games, which is our passion to do, we think about it from a different standpoint. We think about creating empathy, putting people into situations they wouldn't really experience in their own private life. And this is what we wanted to create with Detective in the Dark. So, what is Detective in the Dark? Go further? Yeah. The goal of this game is to detect criminals. So, what's happening is you're in an interrogation chamber and you're faced with 3 suspects, 3 people. You only see their silhouette, and you get a set of cards, all of them representing a question you can ask one of those 3 people. So it is up to you to distribute these 5 or 6 cards you're dealt with and get as much information out of people you might think are kind of suspicious and basically learn about them with this limited set of information you can get out of them. Can we go further? Yeah, exactly. And what the game is basically asking you is, what are the consequences of these actions? What happens if you judge someone based on 5 sentences they've told you at most, and based on the simple silhouette you see of them? It could tell you something completely different about their character, about who they are, about what they did. And the game basically forces you to make that judgment, because it puts you into an accusation room after that, which sees you, the player, choosing one of these 3 guys and accusing him, telling him you did a crime, and after that you see what happens, basically. Exactly, so we could go to a video.
As you can see, we've been using Unity. I hope it's going. Oh, that's the end of the video. It's gonna restart soon. So we've been using Unity, and we've only just started using it, and there's really much room for improvement. For example, a networking feature where we could have people play on their mobile phones, and the stories are told by the people playing. So this is the accusation room, where you choose your card and drag it to the silhouette in front of you. You don't actually see who the person is yet. That's when you are accusing them at the end. So I'm dragging sympathy to this person, and afterwards the text window in the top is showing me what the person thinks about when I sympathize with him. Okay. So, at the end, you have to choose who is guilty, based only by those 6 questions you were able to ask. And afterwards, you see the story behind.
And this basically shows you see the yellow text saying acted in self-defense, which tells you maybe they were not quite as suspicious as you made them out to be. And you see after that, you see the effect it had on this person. For example, this character right here is a stuttering immigrant because he has really seen some awful stuff which made her act in self-defense. And you basically accused her of a crime she didn't really commit, something she was forced to do, which kind of pulled her over the edge. So this is what the game is. It lets you choose and replay different stories, different backgrounds to peoples, and explore what it really means to judge upon others.
Okay, last sentence.
That's basically it. So.
Thank you. Any questions for the team of Detective in the Dark? Who understood the game? Gabriele wants to say something, and then Paul.
The main aim is don't judge. That's what you're saying, right? Don't.
Yes, but it's showing you by example, basically. So it's forcing you to judge it. It's showing you the consequences of this.
And is there any tracking factor, and anything that keeps you playing besides that?
Yes, the suspects you see are randomly generated from a pool of different suspects, and there is of course the possibility of expanding the game and letting consumers write their own characters in the game, write their own stories, let others play the characters they wrote. So basically someone would choose an avatar or create someone themselves and let others play through their stories. That would be the interaction you have with others. Right now, our prototype is offline, so you get the stories we have pre-written for you, but as we said, someone could write their stories or a story they know about for other consumers.
I imagine that this can be very spannend to read and to follow the story. I think it lives from the quality of the stories. So who will write the stories? Is it writers? What do you start with?
Well, if we would actually distribute the game, we would probably launch it with the feature of writing your own stories. There are some games who have toyed with that out there, by writing fictional stories, but this way people get an outlet to tell the stuff they've been through, tell about experience they had to people they don't personally know. So they get to talk to others without revealing themselves, which I personally think is a pretty cool feature, a pretty cool way of interaction with others.
Maybe the jury thinks the same. Thank you very much for Detective in the Dark. A game of thrill and judgment. Thank you very much. And the next ones are the project.
Remember.
Remember, number 12. Okay. Did you have some detective work still to do? You want to take your computer. That makes sense. Okay, the project number 12 is called Remember, and you are ready?
Almost.
Almost? Start.
Memories. Everybody has them. Good memories, bad memories. Memories are a very important part in the life of a human being. Memories make you and me remember special situations, special persons, and unique moments. They kind of form our personality. But there are also people who can't access all of their memories anymore. For example, there are people suffering from dementia, and they lose their memory little by little. Others who suffer from amnesia due to an accident lose their memory all at once. But also the people in the social environment are affected, because for family and friends, it's really hard to watch a loved one go through the process of losing memory. This is basically why we started prototyping our web app called Remember. We're aiming at building or rebuilding a bridge between people who suffer from memory loss and their loved ones. We want to help them to stay in touch and to make it easier to remember certain aspects of one's life. In addition, we hope that this early prototype we developed might be a starting point for the development of a therapy concept to train the long and short-time memory.
So what are the places where we can use this application? It's, for example, in nursing homes, in geriatrical centers, on therapy centers. So we can say there's a TV on the wall of the patient, and then a nurse can come once a day and turn on the TV. And so the patient can see a few memories of his life and yes, and enjoy these moments. So our aim is to train the short and long-term memories and to give the families a place where they can share their memories with each other and also with the patients. Yes. So enough of words. Have a look to the prototype. That's it. So you have you enter the site and have this pool where you can put your memories in. So we do this now. And we want to add a new memory. So let's say the wedding of my sister. I want to share this moment with other people. Put a picture on it. You can write a few sentences. And give them a tag like family. You can save it. And now it's in the, say it, memory storage. So this memory storage you can see here. Oh. One moment.
Okay, I think your programming will need more time. I think your time
No
is
problem.
up. Okay.
So yes. That's
Last sentence.
A few filters, and now here you can see the image gallery, and you can also yes, read it. Let it read from the computer. Moment, wait.
Martin Luther Gymnasium in Fulda. Hier bist du zur Schule gegangen und hast 1948 hier deine Frau Heide kennengelernt.
Thank you very much. Remember. Okay, a web app for people who are suffering memory loss. Any questions from the jury? Two questions.
Thank you for your presentation. My question is, did you do some research on how you can train memory?
Yes, I've spoken with people who works with these patients, yes, and it was very interesting. They have problems. The dementia starts with the short time memory and goes on to the long time. And the long time is for a long time there. So you have the chance to come, to have there the connection to the people and to the memory in the long term inside.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Gabriele?
Will older people need assistance in filling the storage?
What we were thinking about, or maybe as a future concept, is that some nursing homes or other hospitals could use like only displays or iPads or something that only is switched on by a nurse or maybe by a family member. So they don't really have to interact with the system, and they only can watch the memory storage, and the family members from elsewhere, like in other cities or like in the family at home, can fill the storage.
So the content is coming from the families, members, and friends, yes.
Yes.
So that's the content sourcing. And
Exactly.
the authoring is done collaboratively by everybody who is connected in love. And here's the man who wants to know a business case. Yes. What's the business case? How would you finance it?
We were thinking like nursing homes in future have to go like digital or something.
Yeah.
And that it could be a benefit for them to have a system like ours, to make them more attractive for families, because you don't have to always be around to visit, but you can share remotely your memories and support your family member.
So it would be packaged as part of the service offering of the nursing home.
Yes, for example.
Thank you. And we say, bravo. Remember, we have, who is the last one, second to last one? We have two more to go, one and then two, right? So we start over there. And your project is called?
Breaking echo chambers.
Breaking social echo chambers. This is project number 13. And then we have one last one, right? Is that correct? In the back? And that's you, right? What is your project called? Dumpster Chef. Okay, very good. So, breaking social echo chambers.
Okay, I would like to use the presentation, but I've not been briefed on the IT here.
You need what? You need a...
Yeah, it's a presentation, but okay. The slides are not working, so...
Slides are not working. Oliver, there's somebody who is getting desperate, feeling very...
yeah, I opened that, but... okay. Okay, so just the fonts only installed. Okay, so got it. Okay, yeah, thank you. So yeah, the project is called Breaking Echo Chambers, which is really one of my interests, which is really close to my heart, because I can see the problems we have in our society and social media, which is the filter bubble that we just live all in our own bubbles. We only get the same opinions back to us, which we already agree with. And there are also these disgusting practices online where you're shadow banned, where you think you're talking to people, but your content you put online isn't really seen by people. And it also leads to this polarized discussion where everything is where you put into one group, and just because you have one opinion, you must have the other, and people are messy and complicated in real life. But online they're conflated into one simple thing, so you can insult them, and it's very polarizing. And so the problem is also this toxic discussion also leads to the fact that political parties don't understand their own constituency. And I think that the better online discussion will bring political parties to understand their constituents again. And so another worrying thing is that value of free speech for the youth is declining across Europe. And yeah, as you can see, the first 4 things are quite admirable, but the bottom 2, we should be ashamed of ourselves that we're only at 48% for the ages of 18 to 21-year-olds. So we have to tell young people that free speech is really important, and I think this project also addresses this. So this is one quote I really agree with George Orwell: if liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. So this is just one guy's attempt to provide a better platform, and I'm open to other ideas, so I'm not saying that I have all the answers. So I'm aware of the pitfalls which a new social media platform brings with it. So no moderation is poor content, and you can't conform to the local laws if there is call to violence or anything like that. So you need some moderation, but the more the moderation there is, there's also alienation of dissent, and which alienates people, and again closes the site off and makes it into an echo chamber, which again just reinforces the same opinions. And another problem is of course anonymity. So anonymity is vital in some cases because people need protection by anonymity, whose identity can be compromised. But on the other hand, if you have too much anonymity, people don't put any value into the posts, and so it just gets into low quality discussion. So the question I'm asking myself is, can critique for debate be crowdsourced? So the platform is a hybrid of a blogging and a news platform because people don't trust the media at the moment. And I would like to have a better interlinking of counter-arguments and other people's perspectives. So if somebody is posting argument A, I want somebody to offer argument B. And so I thought that users would log in via social media, so that their name is attached to their opinion, and so that anonymity is a bit reduced. And there's also another barrier, which is a minimum length of comments or post is required. So there are no short posts which a user didn't spend much time thinking about. And so the main page of the platform would be the current social political events, and users can annotate the debate between person A and B, and they can mark good points, or they can say we can find common ground here, and they can also point out factual errors and logical fallacies which the opponent is making. And so the common annotations can be highlighted in the text. They can be discussed on the main page. So in regarding the user base, I had a lovely team with brainstorming, and I thank you for that. So one critique, this is my last slide. So one critique I had is this is already limited to people who are already politically interested. But I think that when people who are already politically interested but are still in echo chambers, I think if they get out and hear the other opinion and can respect the opposing side as a human, I think that the ripple effect to the friends in normal discussion
last sentence
pays off. And just the last point, please. Yeah. Okay. And the other point is it will be appropriated by political extremists. Then I would say, okay, yeah, close the platform. It was worth a try, and have faith in your better arguments. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Any questions you have from the jury for breaking social echo chambers? Yes, Simon.
It's actually not a question, but try. Do it.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Do it, and do it in something else than PowerPoint, right? Good. So let's have PowerPoint. And any other questions? Yes, Alexander.
I would be interested in the business case.
So I know that there are some other sites at the same time trying to solve the same problem. There's, for example, Minds.com, which are crowdfunded. So people pay for the service. There's a small amount of people who are willing to pay for such a service, and so there will be money available for that. I think people needed this platform, so they're willing to pay for it.
Okay, thank you very much for breaking social echo chambers. It makes it easy for Birgit to give you the one certificate. And now, A special applause for those who go last. The people who go last are the people from Dumpster Chef. Let's hear them.
I will make it short. I heard there's food
You
afterwards.
have your fair share. This is a democratic organization. 3 minutes, and everybody wants to read what's written on your T-shirt.
Not my department.
Okay, yes, connect the cable.
Jetzt bitte.
Okay, Dumpster Chef.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to show you our project. We are a team of 6 people called Dumpster Chef. So obviously, I'm really into food and eating. But my teammates are also, they accept food too. We have a problem in our society. We throw away a lot of stuff. So if you go to a supermarket and check out all the bananas that are there, at the evening, all the old bananas that get a little bit brown are thrown away in the evening. So a report from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations states that over 200 million tons of food are thrown away every year. And every day in supermarkets, and also private persons are doing the same at their homes. So if you're going for a holiday and you still have like 3 or 4 eggs in your fridge, you might throw them away because nobody will use them. Or you cannot eat them after 2 weeks of your holiday. There's even an example I really liked. One of my 2 team members found it. The bread that is thrown away in Vienna every day could feed all the people in Graz for 1 day. So that's pretty bad, I would say. So our goal was to make people aware of the problem, but we don't like to school them. So we had a different approach. Yeah, it's keynote, so keynote-like presentations. Since the 1990s, the waste diver communities have emerged. So they go to supermarkets and look for thrown away food in containers. And we have created an app for those dumpster divers, or people that are interested into dumpster diving. And we actually don't care why they are doing it, if they are poor, or if they want to raise awareness of the topics, or if they're just hipsters. So, may I present you Dumpster Chef. Dumpster Chef is a social network application that is basically a chatbot that helps you find dumpster diving places close to you, and also people that want to join you dumpster diving. And the most important part is you don't want to do that alone. You want to do it in groups and afterwards having dinner together. Because it's all about food, right? And eating.
"20 seconds.
We are environmentally friendly. We share food, we cook and eat together, and we have fun, so I can skip the slide. We had a great designer on our team, so she did all the beautiful mock-ups for our app. And the most important part is we had a lot of fun. We have no business case because we had fun. And I want to thank you to all my team members. And if you're interested, we also already have a website, dumpsterchef.org, with the complete video. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's have the Slim team on the stage and put out the certificates. Are there questions?
That is a great idea. I had a thought. How can you get the supermarkets to join your project? Because they have a lot of food.
I can answer it very shortly, I don't know, but we know of projects that actually work. For example, in Denmark, there is, I don't know where she's from, but she said that she has made an agreement with a supermarket chain and that they reduced the amount of bananas that they have thrown away from by about 90% after they started the project. So there are projects that are actually working, but we don't know how to do that. So we just developed the app and had fun.
Did you think about that not every dump diver would like to be present on an online platform?
Yeah, the two ladies on the right have done a lot of research about that topic, but they forced me to present it, so I try to give the best answer possible. We have, do you want to tell it on your own?
We also said that often they don't want to be named as a dumpster diver. And so our colleague said that it's possible to be anonymous at this platform with a nickname or so. And our target is also to make this legal limbo. It's in the gray area of the law. To make it a little bit legal, that the supermarkets can say, okay, we have something, pick it up. And there are stores in Salzburg which are doing this. They tolerate it. They don't report it to the police. So we think it's probably a good way to make it a little bit legal.
Great thing, dumpster chef. Thank you for inviting us all. Okay, for everybody who has a picture now, can I ask you, everybody here, to be back here in this room in 20 minutes? Because this is the amount of time the jury will need. The jury will follow me up the stairs, and we will meet up there. 20 minutes from now, so this is 5 minutes to 8. Thank you. Leute auch gecoacht. Das war ja ein toller Job, den die Leute gemacht haben. Was sagen Sie als Expertin?
Also vorerst einmal herzliche Gratulation an allen, die hier mitgewirkt haben. Nämlich erstens an die super Ideen, die in diesen 2 Tagen, nicht einmal ganz, und wahrscheinlich etlichen Nachtstunden und Red Bulls geboren worden sind.
Sie müssen es auf Englisch sagen, sonst ist die Birgit wieder mit mir böse.
Die Birgit? Okay, sorry Birgit. So.
Okay, geht schon weiter, ja?
Es geht schon weiter, doch auf Deutsch.
Ja.
Und ich habe das ja nicht alleine gemacht, sondern eben im Rahmen einer Lehrveranstaltung, und die heißt Präsentation und Moderation mit den KMU-Studenten und BWI-Studenten. Und die haben sich total wohlgefühlt, einmal in dieser Coaching-Rolle zu sein und nicht selbst präsentieren zu müssen, sondern tolle Ideen in kurzer Zeit präsentiert zu bekommen. Und herzliche Gratulation an alle. Wir haben das zum ersten Mal ausprobiert, haben nicht gewusst, wie viele Leute kommen. Es haben doch 7 von 14 in Anspruch genommen und es waren super Präsentationen und irrsinnig viel Spaß gemacht.
Und Sie sind
Danke.
eine gute Professorin. Dankeschön. Okay, wir haben einige Sachen noch zu regeln. Und zwar, bevor ich irgendwas mache, frage ich jedes einzelne Team, I'm asking every team here, do you have a short description of your project? Yes? What are you going to do with the short description of your project? Send it to Birgit. Is that right? Good idea? and also the presentation, because tomorrow morning all those informations will be on the internet. Good. So, are you all ready to know who is the winner? Because we have 3 winners, but we will start with the third one first. I just want to ask Simon, what's your experience of judging this here? Was this easy, difficult, or joyous?
Really hard job. As all those projects are so great, it was really hard. But I think we made a good decision.
Okay. Paul, what do you think?
I felt very limited with only 3 first places. I would like to have given more, because it was really great what you did on this just short weekend. Well done.
Okay, 14 winners. Gabriele, what is your impressions?
Well, in terms of motivation, they are all equal to me. They are all addressing severe problems, and they're all highly impressive.
Okay, thank you very much. And Michael?
I think it was not easy because really a lot of good projects. There were a few ones where I personally say I would totally start supporting them from the beginning. So I think the 3 winners are really well selected, and they're all projects that can be executed in a very good way.
Thank you. Alexander, what was your impression?
I think we were all very, very impressed by your ideas, your presentations, and all the energy you put into the project. And it was really hard, I have to say, to find one of these 3 winners. And I think you're all winners already.
Thank you very much, Alexander. And then Philip.
I'm really impressed about all the good ideas we get presented today in the various social aspects. Nothing more to say. I'm impressed.
Thank you very much, Philip. And now finally, Hans.
Thank you. I'm also very, very impressed. And I think you are winners for all. And I'm hopefully we see some again for some projects.
Okay. Now, as all Austrians know, in skiing, when Marcel Hirscher is crossing the skiing finishing line, he is always the first, right? Going first through the line. But the others are great ones as well. So, crossing the finish line first, and therefore being able to go first to this table over there, Birgit. Come here. You have to explain what the system is here. The system is what?
These are the table with the wonderful sponsored prizes, and the first one can select first. So the first group can choose among more prizes than are left as for the 3rd place. And the first one can pick up the online coaching, and his or her or their coach also at first.
Good. So, are you ready? First Crossing the Line is the project which helps anybody between 14 and 17 to get a job. Get a job. Philip, can you come here? Can you come here? Philip Sturm was very much impressed with Get a Job. Can you tell us why you were so impressed?
It's a really great idea, and we think that's a business case that can be activated as soon as possible.
So your project is not just a great idea, but it can be realized anytime, right away, when you get out of this building, starting Monday morning. Thank you very much. Get a job. Okay, while they feed on the table there, Are you ready for the second one? Yes? So you have to speed it up. You have to make a decision quicker, otherwise you won't get a job. Let them pick. Okay, good. So shall I continue? Behind the scenes. Okay. Are you ready for the second one? Yes? Okay. A project which is helpful to anybody growing old and older and older and losing more and more, not just physical strength, but memory. Second winner is Remember. Please come on the stage. You will get your certificate from Birgit. You will get a picture from Katrin. Who of the jurors want to comment on the project? Remember? Simon, come here. Simon wants to comment on Remember.
Yes, I really liked the idea because it's you really selected a target group, and the whole story is really great. So go on, do it.
Thank you. You will start also Monday. Yes, great. Thank you. You go over to the table, meet Birgit. Now, the joyous part comes next for the third winner. Are you ready for that? Okay. There are many things which are very political in our society, and one of it is that we live in an economy with too much affluence, especially when it comes to foodstuffs. There are people who want to recycle, reuse, and start communal cooking based on using Dumpster Chef. And Alexander, can you come here and explain why you think also, and the jury thought, Dumpster Chef is a real great project. Alexander, please.
I think the jury, all of us, liked this project a lot. I think it's a really, really great idea, and it's maybe one small step forward to make our planet a little bit better.
Thank you very much, Alexander. So, I want to say very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. So there are three international coaches, Tudor, Mihalescu, Kinga-Smith, and Sirke Kolil, and they will be selected by the winners. I want to thank you all at the end of this long afternoon, closing 2.5 days of creativity. The European Youth Award is unique as a network all over Europe to refocus on people using digital creativity to address social issues and social problems. When I met many of you on Thursday afternoon at the Fachhochschule, I asked you, what are the social problems you want to deal with? And I didn't get much of a response. But through the mixture of the three programs, you managed both, on the one hand, to have real sensibility plus analysis of what our social and cultural life and our well-being is, plus having digital solutions for that. And that is a real great, creative, innovative thing for you to do. So why don't you give yourself some last applause? Before I ask you to come up for the last picture, for everybody else come on the stage. Everybody come on the stage, and we will see if the stage will do this well. I want to thank Oliver in the back. Oliver. Thank you. I want to thank our partners from Startup Salzburg, the partners from the Industriellen Vereinigung, the partners from the FH, the many people who have worked there and cooperated. I want to thank very special also the jurors. You have been a great panel, very quick, very decisive, and very competent. Thank you for your time and for your commitment. Lastly, I want to thank the team of the International Center for New Media. They have done great. This is the first big event which we did in Graz. We have done events all over Europe, and Salzburg is a good place because this is where we all are at home, so we will maybe continue from here on. I thank you all, and let's go on swinging. Thank you. And please come up for the picture now. Everybody onto the stage.